Discovering malware on your WordPress site can be a heart-stopping moment. You've poured your time, effort, and creativity into building your online presence. Now, a malicious intruder threatens to unravel it all. The good news is that it's not the end of the world. With swift and decisive action, you can eradicate the malware and restore your website to its former glory. This step-by-step guide will equip you with the knowledge and tools to combat malware effectively. We'll explore how to identify the signs of an infection, utilize powerful security plugins, and surgically remove any malicious code lurking within your site's files. By the time you reach the end of this guide, you'll be well versed in not only removing malware but also fortifying your site against future threats. Remember, knowledge is power, and in the battle against malware, being informed is your greatest weapon. So let's roll up our sleeves, dive into the trenches, and reclaim your WordPress site from the clutches of malicious code. Your website's security and your peace of mind are worth fighting for. Before you can combat malware, you need to know you're under attack. Malware can manifest in various ways, often masquerading as legitimate website functions. One obvious sign is unexpected pop-ups or redirects. Another red flag is a sudden decrease in website performance. Malware can manipulate your site's SEO, causing it to plummet in search results. If you notice any of these symptoms, take immediate action. Early detection is key to minimizing damage and ensuring a swift recovery. Security plugins are your trusted allies, providing an extra layer of protection. They monitor your website for suspicious activity and alert you to potential vulnerabilities. WordFence offers a firewall, malware scanner, and real-time threat intelligence. Securi provides malware scanning, a website firewall, and DDoS protection. Installing a security plugin is straightforward. Navigate to Plugins in your WordPress dashboard, search and click Install Now. Once you've installed a security plugin, it's time to unleash its power and scan your website for any lurking malware. This process is akin to a digital health check, allowing you to identify and isolate any malicious code before it can wreak havoc on your site. Most security plugins offer various scan options, ranging from quick scans that target common malware hiding spots to deep scans that meticulously examine every nook and cranny of your website's files and database. For a thorough investigation, it's recommended to perform a full scan, even if it takes a bit longer. During the scan, the plugin will compare your website's files and database against its database of known malware signatures, flagging any suspicious code or anomalies. The scan results will typically provide a list of infected files, the type of malware detected, and the severity of the threat. Carefully review the scan results, paying close attention to any flagged files or suspicious activity. If the plugin detects malware, don't panic. The next section will guide you through the removal process. Section 5. Surgical removal. Eliminating malware from your files. With the malware identified, it's time to don your surgical gloves and carefully remove it from your website's files. Before making any changes, create a backup of your entire website. Use a file manager tool or an FTP client to access and edit your website's files. Locate the infected file and either delete it or remove the malicious code. If unsure, seek help from a professional WordPress developer or security expert. Section 6. Code Red. Purging embedded malware. In some cases, malware might be deeply embedded within your website's files, cleverly disguised to blend in with legitimate code. This type of malware can be particularly tricky to remove, as it often requires a keen eye and a deep understanding of WordPress file structure and coding. Before attempting to remove embedded malware, it's essential to back up your website's database. This will allow you to restore your database to its clean state if any data is corrupted or deleted during the malware removal process. If you're comfortable working with code, you can try to remove the embedded malware manually. Use a text editor to open the infected file and carefully examine the code, looking for any suspicious scripts, functions, or iframes that don't belong. Refer to the malware scan results to identify the specific lines of code that need to be removed or cleaned. However, if you're unsure about editing your website's code or if the malware is particularly complex, it's best to seek professional help. A WordPress developer or security expert can help you identify and remove the embedded malware without risking further damage to your website. Section 7. Starting fresh, reinstalling WordPress core files. In severe cases of malware infection, reinstalling WordPress might be the most effective solution. This involves replacing your existing WordPress installation with a fresh copy from the official repository. Before reinstalling, back up your website's database and content. Once backups are secured, proceed with the reinstallation process. Delete all WordPress core files except for wp-config.php. Download the latest WordPress version and upload the files to your website's root directory. Follow the on-screen instructions to complete the installation. Section 8. Fort Knox. Your site. Updating passwords and plugins. After removing malware, it's vital to strengthen your website security to prevent future infections. One of the most effective measures is to update all passwords. This includes your WordPress administrator password, database password, FTP password, and any other passwords associated with your website. Use strong, unique passwords for each account, consisting of a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid using common words or phrases that can be easily guessed. Consider using a password manager to generate and store your passwords securely. Next, update all your plugins and themes to their latest versions. Outdated plugins and themes can contain security vulnerabilities that malware can exploit. Regularly updating your plugins and themes ensures that you benefit from the latest security patches and bug fixes. You can update your plugins and themes from the WordPress dashboard. Navigate to the Updates section and check for any available updates. Click Update Now next to each plugin or theme to install the latest version. Section 9. Building the wall. Implementing robust security measures. While removing malware and updating passwords and plugins are crucial steps, they're only part of a comprehensive security strategy. To truly fortify your website against future threats, you need to implement robust security measures that act as a proactive defense against malicious attacks. One such measure is installing a Web Application Firewall, or WAF. A WAF acts as a shield between your website and incoming traffic, filtering out malicious requests and protecting against common web exploits, such as cross-site scripting and SQL injection. Another essential security measure is limiting login attempts. By default, WordPress allows unlimited login attempts, making it vulnerable to brute force attacks. Install a plugin that limits login attempts, blocking users after a certain number of failed logins. Enable two-factor authentication, or 2FA, for all user accounts, especially administrator accounts. 2FA adds an extra layer of security by requiring users to enter a unique code from their smartphone or email in addition to their password, making it significantly harder for attackers to gain unauthorized access. Section 10. Stay vigilant. Ongoing maintenance for a secure site. Removing malware from your WordPress site is a victory worth celebrating. However, the battle for website security is an ongoing one. To maintain a malware-free environment, it's crucial to remain vigilant and implement ongoing maintenance practices that will keep your site safe from future threats. Regularly back up your website's files and database. This way, if your site is ever compromised again, you can quickly restore it to a clean state, minimizing downtime and data loss. Consider using a backup plugin or service that automates the backup process for added convenience. Keep your WordPress installation, plugins, and themes up to date. Updates often include security patches that address known vulnerabilities. Neglecting updates leaves your site vulnerable to attacks that exploit these weaknesses. Monitor your website for suspicious activity. This includes regularly reviewing your website's access logs, checking for unusual traffic patterns, and monitoring your site's performance for any sudden drops or slowdowns that could indicate a problem. Section 11. Reclaiming your peace of mind, a malware-free future. Discovering malware on your WordPress site can be a stressful experience. However, armed with the knowledge and tools outlined in this guide, you can confidently combat malware and reclaim your website's security. Remember, prevention is always better than cure. By implementing strong security measures, keeping your site updated, and remaining vigilant, you can significantly reduce the risk of future infections. And if malware does manage to slip through your defenses, you'll be well equipped to handle the situation swiftly and effectively. Your WordPress website is a valuable asset, representing your hard work, creativity, and online presence. Protect it wisely and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing your site is secure.